We had a very successful fair this year. Our attendance was good, and I think the response to the flower show was good. We had a lot of people attend that wouldn't normally come to the flower show because this year we featured automobiles in addition to flowers. I think that they blended together very well. We had everything from an old Model T to a styrofoam Hummer. I'm not sure when the idea of cars popped into my head, but once it did, it just sort of got stuck there, and I started talking to people because I'm not really a car person particularly, so I kind of had to go out and do a little research and meet people in the community that collect and restore, old cars, and discovered that there was a lot of interest and that they were very willing to participate in the show. I knew I wanted to have a drive-in, and I knew that I wanted to do the drive-through tree, and I wanted to have some kind of a mountain scene with the Willies fording the stream. So there were a few things like that that I kind of knew going in, and then I had to find the vehicles to match. Dave and Marilyn Chiotti provided 3 of them, as well as putting me in touch with owners of several of the others. I was particularly fond of their beautiful Model A Ford, which was Dave's original car, coming through the replica of the drive-through tree. 23 or 26, I forget now, Jewett, which is a pretty rare touring car. That was our spectacular entrance in front of the mansion. The old Model T that has not been restored with a sheriff's emblem and the rifle and the old lantern, it parked out in front of the old farmhouse. It fit right in. He said, "Oh yeah, well I built this styrofoam Hummer that's at the Exploratorium, and it's coming down in June." And I said, "Great, let's bring it up here and let people in Sonoma County see it." Completely built from recycled styrofoam from the San Francisco dump. Gordon's Drive-In was an attempt to recreate a classic Days Gone By drive-in known to a few of the older population here in town. We also have an old service station and a motel that could have very well been along Santa Rosa Avenue in the 50s. We also put a little South Beach, Miami nightclub too. The Flamingos, this is actually their 3rd show. They've come back a couple of times to make a little appearance. You can never have too many flamingos. We start building it the first week of April, but there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, from about now until April. I'm working on getting things designed and organized and talking to people and lining up staff, and we have our exhibitors meetings in February where they get to pick the gardens, so everything has to be pretty well nailed down by February as far as what the sizes of the gardens and what the themes and all of that is. We have 12 spaces, and we usually get about 12 exhibitors. This year we actually had 15, so we had a few that are on the waiting list for next year. People who took a first place at this year's show are in the first draw, and then everybody else is in the second draw, whether they're new people or they were here and took a second place. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year, and it'll be something different and exciting and very colorful. Lots of ideas, but my lips are sealed.